cranes can be one of the most expensive pieces of equipment on site, and when things go wrong, there's really no such thing as a minor crane accident. When I think about the question of some of the risks that contractors should be aware of, I'd first encourage those parties that are involved, be it the general contractor to the subcontractor, those that are involved with contracting with a crane company to provide the crane and the operator, to read and understand that rental agreement that's being used. Because based on that rental agreement, contractors should be aware of who is responsible for what with those crane operations, and how addressing those inherent risks, how they can actually be transferred amongst the parties that are involved. Because unfortunately, many times what we see is that contractors and subcontractors mistakenly believe that all of the risk and responsibility for crane and crane operations belong to the crane company. However, that's really not the case. Within the crane industry, contracts tend to use similar verbiage, and they pass much of that responsibility for the crane operations to the lessee. Generally speaking, there's not a lot of room for a contractor to transfer that risk back to that crane company. Therefore, what that does is it puts a burden on that contractor who's renting the crane to really understand what they're responsible for, which those items can actually range from things like ground conditions to overall safety for the crane and the crane operation itself.